Hello. Yeah, my name is Linton Herbert, and I am planning to with some help, make a series of videos. Um, and the name is going to be Walk in Chicken Boots. And that will become a little clearer later on. Uh, but right now, there are going to be two parts to every show. First part will be me explaining some hard science about fertility, and um, that's very important. Uh, you can get it from if you go to nobabies.net like that. Scroll down to third book and click on it. Right? Control click. Maybe a control click. You'll get a table of contents for a book. Um, as you can tell, it's got about 32 chapters. Today we'll be doing the first chapter. Uh, and there's the table of contents, and there is the chapter itself. You can do all this with your smartphone, I'm sure, if you have the right apps. That's beyond me. All right. This is when you do nobabies.net, this is what you get. And that includes how to email me. There's the table of contents there, and then this is you're into the table of contents. It just copied it down. All right. So that will be the first half of this. The second half will be um, done by Ashurbanija, and I shall be introducing her when I'm through with my version of the hard science. But we'll just pause there. Let me go back to my work, and we'll get to Asher later. Yeah, I pushed my way in front, didn't I? So, um, first first chapter has one point to make, and it's to fix something that a whole lot of people who ought to know better don't know better. As you know, we have genes and chromosomes. If you get two bad copies of one gene, you will have an impaired creature, animal, human, whatever. Two bad copies of the same chromosome. You got two copies of everything. If both of them are bad, you got a problem. And let's just say this is a creature, and we'll just diagram its genes. One site, good, 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 four goods and four goods there, right? Fair enough. This animal, as far as this gene goes, he's fine. Then we will go, and this animal only has four copies of any one chromosome. All right? And here we've mapped them out again, but there's a bad one. So across the top is good gene, bad gene, good gene, good gene, and down the side, good, 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 bad. The chance of the two bads getting together is 1 in 4 in this particular very artificial example. Okay. 1 in 4 chance of expressing the gene. That effectively eliminates it from the gene pool. So from here, you got a 1 in 4 chance of going up to there. All right. Suppose keeping the same rate of bad genes, we double the size of the population. Now we got 8 down here, 8 over here. Bad gene, everything else is good. Bad gene, everything else is good. You got that? Now the chances are 1 in 4, 2 out of 8, right? Of eliminating one of these bad genes by having them turn up in this. This one, for instance, would have a bad gene from there and a bad gene from there. I hope I don't sound too condescending. This is first day genetics. This is absolutely basic. All right, after you've done that and eliminated one bad gene by having it turn up, or this one with this one, or this one with this one, 1 in 4 chance of losing one bad gene, and then you're back to where you started from. So the bigger the gene pool, the bigger the population, the longer it takes to eliminate bad genes. Because you got to go through from many to few. All right. This is so well established that there's an entire field called population genetics. And they choose some gene that's neutral and it's some mutation that's neutral. It's not good or bad. And they do a whole lot of studies and figure out how often this mutation appears. And then they look at some individuals and see how we know how often it appears. That's a gene, and that's the incidence, the prevalence, how many there are in the population. You calculate that, and bingo, you can calculate a number that you call population size. They admit they don't really quite know what the word population size means, but they can get a number that way. And it's based on this basic principle. Big population hoards bad genes. Little population spits them out. But what you will hear is, oh, a small population, because it expresses the bad genes more frequently, is at a disadvantage. And hold your hat, folks, they'll tell you, and this increases over generations. Sorry. It decreases over generations. But they don't have any other explanation, so there you go. Anyway, there you are. Now you know how to find this and what I'm driving at. Let us go back to something that'll be more fun and also important. So this is the kind of hard science I'm going to give you in 32 lectures if strength holds. Now then, here is my boss. Yeah, she recruited me. She didn't pay me. But her name is Asher Bania, and the book she's holding there is called the Lugbara of Uganda. The Lugbara are, I don't know what the word is, tribe, a people, as it were, a nationality. Now, there's a lot of Lugbara. She is a Lugbara. Um, they are subdivided. It is a very traditional society. Here's where we can find the, don't worry about the lines on the globe there. That's work done by uh, Florida Maquis. I don't know how to get them off of my globe. This is, of course, what do you call it? Google Earth Pro. I might be able to get them to go away. I then wouldn't know how to get them back. So this is Africa. There's Lake Victoria. It's about the size of Ireland. If we go north from, that's the capital, Kampala. You can look this up on Google Earth Pro as well as I can. I'm just pointing out that it can be done. There's Kampala, the capital. There's the Lake Victoria. To the east of Lake Victoria, there's a bunch of swamps, pretty much impassable. To the far to the north in Uganda, this is Uganda here with Kampala being the capital. Way to the north, there's a place called Arua. Here is Arua. There, that's the city. Here, it's about 30 miles by, as the crow flies, maybe 45 by road. And these are rather unimproved roads. Oh, scale, yeah. Arua is about 300 miles from Kampala. It's faster by bus than by car. And there's some reasons you might not want to go to Uganda. Given the strength, someday I shall. But first off, the Delta variant of the COVID pandemic is very scary. And medical care here is, well, they're not that rich, okay? Second thing is, according to the government, our government, the government of Uganda does not have the resources to have police investigate serious crimes. So you can get kidnapped or robbed and the police will not raise a finger. You really want to drive 300 miles through unimproved roads knowing perfectly well that you're going to stick out like a sore thumb and anybody who robs you or kidnaps you, holds you for ransom, knows perfectly well that no one's going to come after them. There is in Arua a little airport, and apparently there are 2 flights a week in and out. All right. This is the White Nile. Everybody screams West Nile because they think it's old-fashioned to say White Nile. Good, it's the White Nile. And at about 40, it's a little bit of a drive there from Arua. This is a close-up of Arua. You can see the street pattern in there. Surrounded by farmland, rich, fertile farmland. Oh yeah, listen to the doom and gloomers Oh, the world is running out of food. Well, okay, well, we may be running out of food. Uh, but Arua isn't. They've got rain, they've got fertile ground, and unless they are invaded by outsiders, and UN is there bringing in outsiders, except for that, they can grow their food. They don't need you or me at all. It's a very, it's a very traditional society. They're very old fashioned, um, and and so where are we? That's Asher. She lives in Arua, and she will be your guide, but much more than a guide. A guide's only job is get you from wherever you are to some place where you want to go and get you back out at one piece. That's not so difficult. I mean, we've looked at Arua on the globe. Um, but the interesting thing, the important thing about any um, place is who lives there? What are the people like? Ordinarily, a guide will not introduce you to the local people. You will not make friends. You will not learn how they feel, what they do, how they live, how their relationships, what their relationships with each other are. But Azure here is going to take you through a number of sites, a number of places where she will talk with people and you get to meet them in their own terms. So she's not just a guide, she's far more than a guide. She will take you into the community itself. And she's she's your friend. She's doing this for you. And as we pointed out, it's not safe. She's going to risk her life by going around and talking to people she otherwise might not be talking to in an environment in which this virus is a threat and in which in their community it's hard to match. So more than a she's more than a friend. She's more than a guide. She's doing it. She's not getting anything out of it. Um, well, if by some strange stretch we get a some advertising money out of this. Yeah, fine. Then she'd get some of that. But her motivation is she's doing it because you need her to. Those of us who survive in the next rest of this century will do so because we adopt the routines of a traditional society. She's going to teach you how to do that. You will not know otherwise. We don't have traditional societies that people know about. She'll teach you about it. So, um, without further ado, we'll switch over to her part of this show.
also want to see how you can come and sit just here. And
Huh? Gar mam vua kuam varalero.
Okay, you see, I'm learning. Hey, just start looking for cows. So when you're making this thing, how do you say that now this one will be enough for 5 people? This one will be enough for 10 people? How do you say so? Or you just cook? So this one will serve like how many? Hey, you're serious? So if I want to serve like 20 people, I have to buy for like 3,000. But this is really important. The same way for something. Okay, imagine me, I'm still on the first one.
Akorora babura pagara.
If you're tired, you can stop. Are you tired?
Is he doing any work today? Just sitting outside.
Hi. Madin dela. Shaka.
Mama, you can.
Better go and stay with me.
I'm learning from Christine.
No. You go and learn from me.
You can cut like this.
Aye, everything.
Even me, I'm learning.
If my wife will not be there, it's very easy for me to cook.
Me, I pray my husband doesn't like these things.
What do you cook now?
Me? Ordinary things, not Lugbara things. So
you
now
only
I want to see Lugbara
cook
things.
eggs, normally fish,
Cabbage.
cabbage.
Not pasted, ordinary cabbage fried.
fish.
Yes.
That's why someone is weak.
I'm strong, but so if you have to cut small, eh?
Christine Lugbara, I'm a ruling me. Supposed to be you to cut it.
No,
not
next
with
time
me.
she'll
Next
be
time
the
I'll
one.
cut now because I'm learning.
Also, she will be the one cutting
Oh,
it.
also you also cut like this. Mm. That's how people will refuse to eat their food.
Better learn before going to your husband.
That's why I'm learning.
He will change you away.
He doesn't eat these things.
Where is he? Where does he stay?
He's around there.
Where? Around here?
Mm.
How can someone who stays around there?
But can you cut and you mix this one with osubi, or you have to cook them separate?
Also, be
Can you mix them?
you can mix it. But when you want to put this thing, first you put also be to start to boil. After that you come and add this one.
This one cooks faster.
I think the fire is ready.
Let me check. It is more than ready. Eh? That fire is more than ready. So you have to use hot water.
No, you can put it with cold water.
Then magadi.
You want me to put or you will put it?
Me, I don't know how to measure. How do you measure the magadi? I want to know how you measure that
No, this
magadi.
thing is smaller. You cannot put much here. You put it.
This magadi is made
You
from
put
what? Ash?
It seems.
Just like that? Okay. Then how do you know
Now
that
you
it's
put
now?
this thing, you put it.
Hey. Okay. If I start telling people I don't know, no one will believe me. And then
Let's leave it to cook
you first leave it to boil. For how long?
for a few minutes.
Okay. It smells like a Lugbara home. Eh? This is how Lugbara homes smell.
Yes.
So at what point do you put the paste?
When you feel it is ready, you first put the salt. Let's put the salt.
Yeah. Because even our salt is finished.
I'm at class, yeah.
Hello?
Opini mtu kama aliyeleni.
So you can come from work and you even have time to cook this one. It doesn't take a long time.
It doesn't take time.
It's the easiest food.
This one, eh? And that's why everyone cooks every time. When you go to the market, you can find lainga, it's finished.
It's okay.
You want me to forget? Even other people will learn.
No, you give this one to take the photo. You keep doing it yourself.
Okay, no problem. So what am I doing? I mix it.
You stir it.
Oh God, it's hot water. Eh? So till it all dissolves. Eh?
Yes.
If you don't have children, it is easy. But if the kids keep coming to disturb you, how do you balance?
You can
Now
send
I'm
them
mixing.
away.
Me, I like kids. I can't send them away.
Nee.
Anyway, maybe if you're in that situation, you can decide to send them away. Yeah, this was even too easy again. Will it be enough?
It will be enough.
It has come out.
Now you pour it here.
I pour all of it. Then I mix. Just like that. Hey, so I be fearing for nothing.
You know.
Ignorance is bad.
I'll tell you.
Just like that. Hey, it has even become slippery. Okay. So that slippery thing is in the greens.
It's in Lai. Bamia is also slippery.
Yeah, I bamia that one, I know. But I didn't know this one also is slippery. I thought maybe there is something where you put okra. Or you put... okay. This is interesting. I just hope my husband doesn't like such food. Then we cover. Oh, we test.
No, you
Clean this one. Hello?
I'm enjoying something.
Hello? Hey, Chief Chef. Jamal, you be there.
We have to eat.
Hey,
Don't-
today I am
don't
the
pack it
cook.
all. Don't pack it all.
We are eating from here.
Yeah.
Mama, not so.
It's okay.
But for you, if you want, you can pack. Me, tomorrow is Sunday, no work. So I can eat from here. Anything
Now let
else?
me
We
cover and let it then the first be cooked small so that you take it down.
Okay. This is now ready. But do you know some people's this, what do you call it? This sauce.
Lime.
Mm. It doesn't come out like this. Some people.
Some people, they don't put enough magadi.
Magadi, it doesn't come out like this. Mm. Mm. Okay. Now we put water for Enyasa.
This is too much. Maybe like some.
No, me, I'm going to take tea.
This is still too much. It's full.
Hey. I thought we were going to do something. Hey, no more washing, eh? There are some which they had, but they look old, eh?
The first one?
So I chose this one. I don't know if it's okay even. Me, I'm in class. Leave me. Eh?
And girls, my basket.
I think that's it. You're not taking any.
Someone grew in the city without knowing how to cook.
There is a difference between not knowing how to cook and not knowing how to cook Lugbara things. So there, the magadi is enough, eh? It has to be like that.
No, you can even add more.
Ah, what happens if you put more?
No, it becomes sweet.
It will be bitter. Then if you put little,
The color will be yellow.
when you put little,
So you keep on testing it, eh?
you taste what? To see that it's not bitter.
You test the magadi.
Huh?
Keep on testing the magadi whether it is enough.
Mama Christine, what is he saying?
Nina vizuri.
Na mwana vile babra nemba vile.
Babra, ne bar bako. No kula ni azuro.
I will eat this sauce like nothing. Let me check whether they are ready.
These people should go home before our food gets ready. Mama.
I'll be up to 7.
Vero, radio.
Ando amukar bana badini, amukar bana nzonjare.
Bagelo.
Nyonjonze.
Nzonjare. You can put it like this, or else you can remove the meat.
Just the meat, eh?
This,
So what are you going to do? You're going to remove it from and without bones. Eh? Okay. So you can cook with the bones and then you can also cook without. Which one is better? Without? Me, I will prefer eating finished things. Eh? Picking bones again.
It's tedious.
Hmm.
Then you remove the meat out, the bones out.
Okay.
Just those things. Kire, where's this sauce going?
This sauce,
Remain here.
it is
I've
going to
ordered
be.
for what? For Kalon.
Yeah, for you, you want color, eh?
Yeah, Kalon.
No problem.
Person is there?
Hmm.
If you want color, you can go and
It
buy.
is okay.
Then what are you people going to cook?
Which people?
You people.
Cooking when?
The bread for this thing, no?
We are eating posho, not so. You want any asa?
No, you can. Now, meaning the bread, what the Kalon or portion?
Mama.
I don't know.
No, the cook portion.
No, I just eat any.
Cook portion.
We cook posho, eh? Mm. For you, you know how to measure. First time, it is enough.
She knows everything
Hello?
now.
Now, yeah.
Experience, eh?
Experience.
Our short is over. You first check it.
There's some little. We shall go and get more. You don't put the head.
Yes, I will put.
Mm.
Like on the like eating the head.
Mm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's say this is a lot.
Go out, Kalon. Or.
I don't like the head. I only like the eyes.
Yeah. Those hard things.
Only.
Mama, ini dia itu.
Hmm? These boys, when you don't give them enyasa, they feel they haven't eaten. When they don't eat enyasa, they feel they haven't eaten.
We Lugbara, we are like that. We liking us.
I don't. I don't like.
From our place here, when you cook rice for supper,
People will say we didn't have supper.
even if you cook potato with some sauce,
Hmm.
no supper.
I see. So should we get enyasa or we leave portion?
I don't know. Maybe you can buy cassava flour.
Hmm.
I come and make anyasa.
Okay. And as if it's not going to take long, huh? This sauce.
No, it is not going to take long.
That one they sell it for how much? The cassava flour. That the one that's enough.
With the cup, maybe they are cooking 4 for 1,000.
That's enough.
You buy for 2,000.
Mm. Okay. Ah. Opie, help us get some cassava flour. Actually, let me get. Award for Christine.
Yes, now you're going to serve tea for you.
Hello. Me, I eat with tea. Eh? I can't take food without tea. Did I give you your salt? Before you demand for salt. Bless the food, Sebo.
Hey, me, I don't know how to pray that
You
way.
pray.
Any prayer is okay, as long
Okay.
as it's a prayer.
Bismillah.
Amen.
That's our prayer. We just say like that. Bismillah.
I am okay.
Rahman Rahim.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you.
We are supposed to thank you. Yeah.
Jamal. You see, our food is ready. That bed is too expensive. 700,000.
What about in town? But I think this is real wood. Eh?
Yes, but I don't have that money.
800.
700.
Big money.
Mimungado.
Mamuri. Take your food.
I'll try to finish. Actually, I think I will finish. Since I have contributed. That is it. Eh?
So there you have it. That's what she is able to tell you about cooking that particular dish. And I hope you got something out of this. I hope at least you enjoyed it, or the novelty has to be pretty great because we will not be repeating. So I hope you hope you learned something and enjoyed it. And if you could find it in your heart to give Asher a like and a subscribe on YouTube, it will be most appreciated, particularly for me, because I think what she's doing is extremely important, extremely valuable to us all in the developed world, and I think she'll be happier knowing that people have received well. So give her a like and subscribe, and should be back in a week or so. At least that's the plan, having put together another show.